Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome. Hope you've had a great start to your week. If you were catching this on the replay, I'm so glad you're watching. I appreciate it very much. Just drop it in the comments that you are watching on the replay, and I'll definitely give you all a shout out. I'm Jessica with Pure Grace Inspirations. We're a gift shop here in Casco, Maine. We specialize in handcrafted items. We are a Junk Monkey paint retailer and super excited to be one of those. Give Facebook just a second to hop on and everybody be where it needs to be. We'll turn the volume down because I don't want to hear me. But I'm glad you guys can. As you guys hop on, say hello. I'm excited. So tonight's project actually was an inspiration and idea from somebody else. So I seriously take you guys' requests seriously. So I'm excited tonight. I should know better than not to wear black, right? But for some reason I do. Ooh, little feedback there. All right. So welcome. So tonight's project is we are making coasters. We're painting, these are ceramic coasters. They start off looking like this. That I have, they're unsealed, they're a natural coaster, they're unsealed, and these are one of our most popular items here in the shop. I love making these too, just because they're super fun. Hey, how are you? From Pittsburgh, welcome. I'm so glad you're watching. How are you tonight? I hope you've had a good start to your week. Guys, if I'm looking down a lot, it's so that I can see y'all's comments. So, we are making some coasters. Did you know that Junk Monkey can paint on ceramic? And that's what we're using tonight. I have 4 of these guys. I have cleaned them up. I know you kind of like, Jess, do you see the paint on those things? Well, hello, Miss Judy. How are you? You guys can't see. Let's scoot this way. Make whatever we can easiest for you guys, right? So we just scooch. All right, so I created a quick little design on my Cricut. I'm glad you're watching too. Really quick before we went live tonight, and I seem to do that frequently because I get so distracted, right? I'm one of those serious squirrel kind of people. I come home from work, take care of some things at the house, and then, excuse me, grab a quick bite to eat and run to the shop. That is my goal just about every single night of the week. And I love it because then I get to spend time with you guys. Did you see what I did with that? It should be. Well, hello, Cheryl. How are you? All right. This should be in a little safe little contraption, but I have misplaced it. So this is our paper transfer. We're using our Aura mask. I love our paper transfer. It comes in, I get mine from US Cutter as well as Expressions Vinyl. And it's just super simple to use. Is anybody doing any crafting tonight? Anybody else crafting with me? So what I like to do, I put my paper transfer down and then I trace out, I'm going to take off all the extra around my design. Not everybody does this. For me, aw, thank you, Judy. I'm excited that I am feeling like I'm back on a schedule. I know what day was it? I was here Saturday night, and if you guys are hopped on for that one, that was a fun night, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, to have Sonia join us, give away banana bucks. She was awesome. And so we're just trimming away that excess. It doesn't take long. You just gotta have a little bit of use your eyeball, and if you pull straight back, you can keep it right on, like, right on track. You see my earring design in my mat? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. We had made some earrings for the shop earlier this year, which I have yet to put out. Is that crazy? Or late last year? Late last year. I don't know where my days are, guys. All right, scoot that off to the side, and let's get painting. Those guys are good. So I have 4 coasters I have lightly sanded. These coasters were given to me by a friend, but you can pick these up. I saw on, hey Val, you struggle with that too. Hey Jackie. So we have, let me scoot this way so I can see the comments a little bit closer. I have good eyes, but that was a little far away. So these are not sealed. You can get them from Amazon. You can get them from, I think you can even get these from like Lowe's and Home Depot. Sometimes Habitat Restore carries the ones that don't have, that are not sealed. And it's just a hit or miss, right? So we are going to paint these really quick with our Junk Monkey paint. And because these 2 colors are pretty much my favorites lately, we are using our Paris Gray. Hey Michelle, how are you? I'm so glad you caught me again too. We're getting back on a schedule, guys. I feel good. Like we're starting off the year fresh. Christmas is over, the holidays are past, and now we are flying right through 2020 already, it seems. Like January is like, well, we're on the last week, right? All right, so I have sanded these down. I used a 320 grit sandpaper because sometimes you can still have some sharp edges. These make fantastic hostess gifts, guys, because you can customize them if you have a stencil or if you have a Cricut yourself or some form of cutting machine silhouettes. I'm not as familiar with Silhouette, but I know that they do just as great work as our Cricuts do, right? So I am just coming in here. This is probably going to take 2 coats because I had some evergreen paint on here, and we are going over with a fairly lightish, oh, I said that and it totally just covered it. All right, well, I'll have to eat my words, but I'll still do 2 coats. So I'm excited. These really do. They make great hostess gifts, graduation gifts too. I don't know, do people still use coasters at home? I have them. I'll be honest, I have some that I've had for ages and ages. But come, not Christmas, come summertime, these are our #1 sellers. Those that come through the shop, because a lot of the times, as you see here, I have our beautiful state of Maine on here. And I love that because you can customize them with the state that you are located at. Or if you wanted to do, if you say you're from Maine and someone that you love is from, I don't know, Florida, you could put Florida on there too. So you've got 2 states represented. So do 2 and 2. They're so fun. Versatile. Did you catch that, Tile? Sorry. Totally corny. It is a Monday. All right, I cracked myself up. Hey, Nancy. How are you? Oh, I love it, guys. I love being live with you guys. I really do. And you know what? It does get easier for those that are preparing to go live this week. I am rooting you on. I have to say, guys, that is one thing about our community. We are here, the crafting community. We're here to support each other, encourage each other. Don't tear each other down, right? I know that in a society where there's so much negativity and so much you have to be perfect or you have to be XYZ, you know what? You don't have to be. Be there to lean on somebody or let them lean on you, you know? Support each other, be each other's biggest cheerleaders. All right, so far, 1 coat on there. You still use coasters. Yay! See, I can't be the only one. And I think Paris Gray, because I'm on a gray kick, you guys. Remember what was it, that sign that we did Saturday night? That was 3 grays. But this one we're going to do Paris Gray. You use them too, Judy. Haha. See, I knew we're in a good company. Hey, Mama. We are going to use Teal River over top of the gray. Is that not a pretty combination? Wait till you see it together. I think it's a gorgeous combination, and it doesn't take a long time because we're using chalky style paint. This is by Junk Monkey. It dries quick. We could do a fun little class on these too, couldn't we? If you're local and would want to come, let me know. So seriously, if you guys saw my post earlier today, I would love to know what you guys would like to see more of. Yes, we'll definitely do more Facebook Lives. I'm excited. Starting next week, Thursdays and Friday, we will be open from 3:30 to 6. And then, of course, Saturdays. I'm so excited. Feels like it's been a long time coming. So if you guys are just hopping on, I'm Jessica with Pure Grace Inspirations. Welcome. I'm so glad you're with us. I am owner and designer. All right, so quick, easy, one coat if you wanted is all you'd have to do. I've done some that only have one coat. But, whoops, I just got paint on there. Did I freeze? Okay, I'm back. I guess the joys of being able to watch what's happening. I see when things aren't working right. All right, we're going to use the heat gun. Just a super quick little jaunt with the heat gun. I do have vintage white as well in case we wanted to use white, but I think Teal River and the Paris Gray is a really good combo. It takes no time at all. So we want these dry before we put our stencil on, of course, right? And again, these started off as, hey Pamela, how are you? Good evening, happy Monday night. These started off as just like your standard ceramic tile. Unfinished, there was no glazes on here yet. It was just perfect canvas for some paint. But as we come up to, the summer months, it's always nice. I don't know about you guys, but I like to have a closet or a drawer or a little cabinet full of gifts that I can grab really quick. These are a perfect gift for that. Put a cute little bow and a nice tag on there, and you are set. All right. So in between coats, I am going to give them just a super light sand. All right, done. See how quick that dries, guys? It really is super fast. So I have our 320 grit sandpaper. This is what I use on my orbital sander. But I don't buy separate sandpaper for projects. I use my orbital stuff all the time. Sometimes what I'll do is, if I have a higher grit sandpaper, I will use that, and as you use it, it becomes, or a lower grit sandpaper, like a 180 or a 220. The more you use it, the more it completely, like, your sandpaper is gonna file down, right? Just like your nail files and stuff like that. So just because it's no longer that super thick grit doesn't mean you have to toss it. Utilize it later on. Stick it in the bucket. Could you glaze the tile? Yes, ma'am, you sure can. Judy, that is one of the easiest things to do. Now we'll seal these at the end. You can use any top coat you like. Of course, I like a polyacrylic. That's always my go-to. You can use, of course, our banana peel. I have General Finishes top coat in a matte finish, just because that's what I had right here. Easy, quick. Oh, you know what would be fun too, though? The peat. the metallic ones. Oh, the metallic top coats would be nice. We've got some brown glazes, some a black glaze from Junk Monkey that works great too. I would not monkey shine these though. You want something that's going to give a better seal. And I'll paint it again, just because that's me. I'll paint the back sides later on. But you always want to paint the front and the back. All right, move on to our second coat. Now you can use a paintbrush if you want. I'm just using a makeup sponge because I can toss it at the end. I have enough paintbrushes to clean up. I don't want another one right now. So it's hard in the winter to do it. But let me tell you, I don't wash my paintbrushes anymore in the sink. I do, well, sort of. Let's rephrase that. I still wash them in the sink, but I wash them in a bucket, and then I dump the bucket outside. We're using the chalky style paint. It's non-toxic, so you're not going to hurt the environment, but I don't want to take a risk on my pipes. So I am cleaning my paintbrushes in the bucket, clean, rinse, and then repeat. I use a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and they come out beautiful every time. All right, that's lovely, girls and gentlemen. Can I call you girls? We're just having a paint party, right? I'm excited. See, this is the fun thing about our community. We kind of just come and support each other. Tonight, I feel a little more mellow. I was a little hyper earlier, but I'm definitely mellowing out now. So I put our Paris Grey paint the other night in these little containers. A great opportunity to use up those containers is a simple small project like this. And technically, if you found out you had somebody coming over quick, these really don't take long. I think the longest part is waiting for my top coat to dry. Whoopsie. Now I usually end up with some sort of fingerprint on these, and that's my fault. All right, I need more paint. Oh, Paris Grey. There we go. Maybe not that much paint. Jissy. Do you guys have stashes of gifts? Do you get things? Are you one of those regifters? I am. I'm a total regifter. And I know that's terrible, but I'm like, I can't use it, but I know somebody along the way can. And I'm really bad about candles that way. I very much enjoy candles, but I would prefer to diffuse essential oils. So I rarely burn a candle unless we have lost power. So I do have a stash of candles for that purpose. But candles are a great regifter, right? Who doesn't like a candle? Apparently I don't, but no, I can't say that. I make essential oil candles too. But I want something that's non-toxic as much as possible anyway, right? And so a lot of times, hey, even, I've noticed, like when you place an order with certain companies, you get a free gift with purchase. I may or may not have used those free gifts with purchase at Christmas time or things like that. There's no shame in that, guys. It is smart, is how I look at it. I could totally be wrong. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Now you know my little secret. Is that terrible? But I also will gift things from my shop. So that's one of the good things about owning a gift shop is I will totally re-gift stuff that I find around the shop. Not that I put re-gifts out there, but you know what I mean. All right, that Paris Grey is gorgeous. Is that not beautiful, guys? Like, hello. Let's put a lid on it. Crack myself up today. All right. That looks really good. For 2 coats, I'm not adding any more. Sometimes I have been known to add a 3rd coat, depending on the color. Like with red. Sometimes I'll do a 3rd coat just because I want that intense color, right? But this, we don't need it. And I think with the Teal River, it's going to be... Ooh! Thank you, Charlene. I think they're nice. You all are totally laughing at me about that regifting thing, aren't you? I hear ya. It's okay. Now, anytime I use my heat gun, I try not to keep it in one spot at one time, so for a long period of time. So I want to move it around quite a bit. And in this case, I can move the tile too. Does the polyacrylic hold up to heat and water spots? Yes, ma'am, it sure does. I have tested it out multiple times. I know there's one, and I don't use it anymore. There was one poly that I didn't like. And it would just, I don't know if it just stayed tacky, you know what I'm saying? Like some polys, for whatever reason, they seem to be, they seem to always have some sort of tack to them, and I don't like that. But the ones that we use, you don't have that. We use Minwax, Varathane, and then General Finishes, and of course Junk Monkey. Better to regift than throw away. Amen. That is how I look at it too. Sometimes those regifts you can change them out a little bit and make them more custom to whoever you're giving them to. Take it out of its original packaging. Make sure you don't leave the tag on it. Ooh, I like it. Drying very nicely, guys. This one's taken it went a little heavy. Whenever you paint, less is more, right? So do some lighter coats. If you have to do a third one, do it that way. But you have a better turnout when you only do thin coats. Next, nobody gets left out. Everybody gets the heat gun. And it warms my hands too. My hands are freezing. So are my feet, but I have no socks on. Probably not the smartest thing, right? Sometimes I think I tell y'all too much. I think it's just, I'm keeping it real, right? I am a very real person. Hey, Andy K, how are you? All right, so when I sand this, I want to bring out a little bit of the original color. Do you post any of your items for sale on Etsy or on a website? Yes, I do. And that is one of the things we are doing, hopefully better this year. With getting our website back up and running and functioning. I do have a website, and I do try and post hopefully more regularly over there, but I do have an Etsy website as well, or Etsy store, which mainly has just been cards, but I'll be honest, I don't think there's anything on there right now. That's pretty bad. So I am sanding this down a little bit. Yes, it is a good thing, guys. Sometimes when you are all things to your company, and I'm not complaining by any means, please don't. I love my shop. I love my business. I am incredibly blessed and so thankful. How much are the bottles of paint? So they come in cans, Becky. They come in 16.90 ounces, which these are pretty hefty. There's a lot in that you can get out of a can of paint, and they are $16 each. I buy these little in and out bottles that I put my paint in because they're just simple that way. You can get these off Amazon. I need to post that link for you guys because I know several of you have asked. Again, shouldn't wear black and craft. But you know, when I am everything to the company, sometimes I get pulled in so many different directions. So I am believing that this year we're going to be able to get all those little things that I've wanted to get done. The website. Because it's there. I just need to post. Same with our Etsy shop. You are very welcome, Becky. So we're just lightly taking down some of that. And I don't want all of them to be identical. I don't think they have to be. So I took a little bit more off in that corner there. You're gonna rock it. Thank you, Jackie. It's gonna be a good year. I'm so excited. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now you can see the difference. We've sanded this one, and this one is not sanded yet. So this kind of looks dull, and you're like, Jess, what'd you do? I promise, as soon as we put that poly back on there, or on there, because it's not on there yet, as soon as we put the poly on there, it's gonna pop that color right back out. Can't wait to add our little paw prints on here. Because who doesn't like dogs, right? Or some sort of animal. For our cat lovers out there, you could totally put a cute little cat on here. Customize them. Guys, if you're looking for a customized one, if nothing else, you're positively a pull. Absolutely it will. Life's too short to be negative, right? Thank you, Jackie. All right, that's really cute. I kind of like that. That little... we're good on that one. So let's do this one. And we're almost done. I think life's too short to be pulled into drama, right? Life's too short to be pulled into so much negativity. We can be positive in the world. Jump on that train, guys, because that's how we were designed. Be positive people. All right, that's really cute, y'all. All right, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. You're like, Jess, it's only a coaster. I need to wear paint clothes more often and not good clothes. Thank you, Becky. I tried. Oh. I am a very happy person, and this is just my personality. I like it. Alright, so just cutting these into little pieces. Jackie, close your eyes. Which I need to write up a near miss. Remind me of that tomorrow. Or a good catch. Okay. So, we have our stencil that we created before we went live. I'm going to just put those tonal, thank you. Do you put those furniture protectors on the back of the, yes, I will. So there's two different ways that I like to do it. So with, you can do a full piece of cork, which I really like the full piece of cork as well. But let me show you. So I have these cute little corners. I picked those up on Amazon. They're just little dots. And they are fantastic. They keep your coaster up off the whatever piece of furniture that's under it. And it just works really well. Alright, so I cut these. You can get a ginormous pack on Amazon. And guys, if you are not using Ebates or Rakuten, let me tell you, it works even for Amazon. And so I'm constantly doing that because I'm always buying supplies here at the shop. This is not a plug for Rakuten, but it's free money. And I use it all the time. And so I'm always trying to buy, you know, supplies for the shop. And that's one of them that I do. All right. Yes, those. I like those little feet a lot. So I'm just putting this on. And I'm going to do all of them all at the same time. Assembly line, right? Anytime you're doing multiples of anything, it saves time if you do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on, all at the same time. All 10 get the same product, all 10. That's how, it was funny, I was watching a tutorial last night actually, always trying to learn, right? And at one point in my life, I was a nail technician, and I had taken classes with Tammy Taylor Nails, and I still to this day, I can still remember, you know, the whole filing process. You do 10 this way, you do all 10, and that's kind of how you do this process too, right? All 10. If you guys are just hopping on, welcome. I'm Jessica with Pure Grace Inspirations. Guys, I always have to welcome you as you hop on and say hello. Join the group, join the fun. We have a great group of ladies. Lean manufacturing, absolutely. Is that what we're supposed to be doing down on the floor, Jackie? No, just kidding. I love it. So those, I work for a manufacturing company during my normal job hours, and I'm actually now manufacturing down on the floor instead of in customer service. So it's a bit of a change, right? But I get to do things with my hands all day, and I love it. It's a change from customer service. But I think there's something to be said about, you know, staying on task from one step to another, right? It's important. All right, so we're just using a little squeegee. If you guys didn't notice, we're just a little squeegee, nice and light pressure. You're not trying to like heavily burnish it in there, because I'm gonna do probably a very similar technique to what we did the other night, and that is nice and light coats so you can almost see the base color through. All right, so we're gonna just use the cap. I'm gonna shake this up really well. Anytime you use paint, guys, make sure you shake it. Whether you are in the can or you're in one of our little bottles, make sure you stir from the top or all the way to the bottom, from the top all the way to the bottom, just to make sure you get all those rich pigments. Because let me tell you, the chalky style paints, they are rich in pigment, guys. Seriously rich. Ooh, let's do this. This is what I was looking for. Did you guys see me looking around for something? I was trying to find my painter's tape, because I don't want to get paint outside my letters. So sometimes you have to utilize a little painter's tape, guys. And there's some areas I trust myself more than others, like that side. So come in here, I'm going to actually utilize one of our paper backers real quick to offload, because there was a lot on that sponge. You don't want a lot on there. So we're just coming in. Oh my heavens, guys, the color combination, perfect. Now, you could come in if you wanted, and maybe we will. Let's do it. We're gonna come in. I wanna do the paw in a different color. We're going to use our vintage white. Now, I don't throw these sponges away until I've utilized every bit of them. So I'll cut this down after I have, after it's dried. So let's do this. Oh, the white paw is going to be sweet. Super cute. All right, too much, too much. Offload. There we go. All right, that's perfect. Wow, I am covered in sawdust, or in paint dust. So I'm going to just take a little on my sponge here. Just a little. Oh, I think that's the pop that it needs. So sometimes, guys, in the midst of crafting, you'll have ideas. Go with it. What's the worst thing that could happen? You don't like it, paint it over. You're not going to hurt it. You know, seriously, it's just paint. Yes, you've lost a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, what's time when it comes to crafting? If I could do this all day, oh. Day will come, guys. All right, so I am pouncing because I want the texture on the low paw, and I will lift it up so that you guys are not jumping around. All right. That's really cute, guys. I'm going to come in, make sure my corners are covered. All right, beautiful. So we're gonna set him to dry just for a minute. Let's put our tape on him, on the next guy. Now you can use washi tape if you don't have painters. Ooh, that was way too much. Washi tape works really great. Hey, if you don't have painter's tape, put a little piece of paper here, and you can totally use that as your guide so you're not overflowing. Ooh, did you see that? I almost did that wrong. Oh, that cute little paw. And the pouncing just gives it a little bit of texture. You don't have to have the texture if you don't want it. All right, beautiful. Let's move on to our Teal River. So we've got Paris Grey, Teal River. We're doing a little color recap. Paris Grey, Teal River, and Vintage White. And Vintage White is the brightest white that we really have, or Junkwunky has. And I think it's beautiful. How simple of a gift, but like if you personalize it with the state or something like that you're giving it to. And there's some really cute stencils on the market too. You don't have to create one yourself. Oh, you know what? You know what would be really cute is if all you did was have the initials. Can go to Home Depot, grab the initial, that stack that they have there over by the addresses. Totally grab those. And they're pretty inexpensive if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've bought a stencil like that, but totally could do it. And then you've got multiples to keep reusing. Use the family last name, or, you know, if you wanted to use their initials of their first name, then nobody's going to get them mixed up, right? Jessica knows to use the J. All right. Cruising right along. We are almost there, guys. And I will do just as many coats on the back as I did the front because I want the back to look good. So I'll do 2 coats of paint on the back. Well, hello, Jeanette. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So glad you're with us tonight. It's always fun when you get to join, right? I know I have my favorite Facebook Live folks that I love to watch, and I'm like, oh, I rarely catch some of them because they do all their Facebook Lives during the day, and I miss them during the day. It's typically frowned upon to watch YouTube videos while you're trying to work. So, I don't, of course, but I so want to. I get those notifications. I think if you guys, I don't know if it came up for y'all or not, but if you wanted to be notified, there's that little thing that pops up on your feed, your comment feed, of notified every time we go live. Hit that little button and then you'll know. And we're going to get back to regular Facebook Lives. Definitely Monday nights. Oh, Jenna, I am doing wonderful. I'm glad you're good. I think that's awesome. I love Mondays. Do you like Mondays? Are you a Monday person? I am definitely a Monday person. And hard to believe this is the last week of January. We're almost into February of this year. Like, holy Toledo, where'd that come from? All right, so we are using Paris Grey. We're making coasters, which are a perfect housewarming gift. They're a perfect hostess gift. You've got to run to somebody's, home really quick for dinner. They invited you over last minute. Keep these in a drawer. They are perfect to grab and go. Wrap them up in a cute little bag with some tissue. Yeah, your boss doesn't like your word. Right? They don't understand the struggle though, right? I say if you work for me and you're, I have no problem with you watching YouTube videos, but because on the weekends when I'm here in the shop and it's quiet and I'm working on a project and I haven't had a customer come in for a minute or two, I have a YouTube video on, a Facebook Live, something. It's research, product development, mind development, mental health. All of those things come into play, you guys. You love Fridays. I love Fridays too, but I love Mondays. I'm one of those wacka people that just, Mondays excite me. I know that's weird, but there's endless possibilities for the week. All right, so we are just putting our lettering. We've got those now. Let's do our last paw. So what night of the week? So we know we'll do Monday nights, but just to kind of get our feelers out, is there a night that you guys prefer to watch Facebook Lives? I'm full of questions for this new year. What is a night that works best? Wow, it's 8 o'clock already. Holy Toledo. I came on a little late tonight. You can watch. You have your expectancies out there. Yes, I do have my expectancies out there, Mama. Absolutely. I think that's what makes Mondays like such an awesome day. Because really, I am expecting good things all day long. I'm going to just go take a look over these. You're making carrots while you watch. See, I do that too. And then I usually forget. What was I was doing meal prep for my grandfather the other night. I totally did a Facebook watched a Facebook Live. When you're retired, you don't know it's Monday or Friday. Judy, I'm jealous for you. Oh, I used to laugh. I just wanted to be a stay-at-home dog mom. It's not going to happen, but that's okay. Instead, I'll just have a good old business day. All right, I'm removing my painter's tape. Let's move this out of the way. And then we are going to come in. I need a little garbage can here at the top. You like Mondays or Tuesdays? Great choices on both of those. You're newly retired, Cheryl. Yay! Congratulations! You don't really think, oh. I look forward to the day, not necessarily to be retired, but to when I don't think about what days they are. All right, so all I did, if you guys saw there, I just used my little dental tool. After you use these, don't pick your teeth with them. But as you gently pull your stencil off, if it tears, we're using the Oramask 813. It's okay if it tears. All right, look how sweet that is, guys. Can you see that? Let's go a little closer. Look at the beautiful colors. Oh, I like it. Oh, it's so sweet. All right. We're going to take this off of all of them. Wow. So there's a delay. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a delay. So when I get to see my face up close in the camera, I'm like, wow, certain things you can see a lot better. Hey, Michelle. Thank you. I think they're adorable. They will go in the shop for sale. And we sell a set of 4 for $9.95. Yeah, $9.95. So I think they're really affordable. But they're just a quick, you know, you need that $10 gift. This is it, guys. All right. So, perfect. We're going to come in with our general finishes. You can totally use, this is a matte top coat. I have things all in reach. Do you notice that, guys? So stir your poly, whether you're using a matte, a satin, I don't recommend a glossy finish. You want something that's a little bit more, a little bit duller would be my recommendation. A satin or a matte. Thank you, Michelle. They are super cute. The colors are perfect, right? So I have, here's my paintbrush. So I have a Paint Pixie brush. Yes, this is Paint Pixie. This is, oh, I can't remember the line that this is, but these are awesome. So I'm going to just use a little bit. My brush has been sitting for a couple days, so I kind of got to get it juicy again here. Hold on. Thank you, Judy. Oh, Jeanette. I'm so glad you guys are watching. You guys encourage me every time. So, as you can see, look at that. It just brings out the colors. And I like the rusticness, just the slight rusticness. Just like when we paint a piece of wood or anything like that, do your edges first. So that when you come back over the top, you can smooth out the edges. Now, you can put, I've used a sponge putting a poly on top, but I prefer this one. A nice, this is a, what is this? I think this is a 1.5 inch brush. I like this one a lot. They have a 2 inch, and I have that here in the shop as well as over off to the side. But it takes no time at all if you're focused to crank these puppies out. Oh, hey Mom, if you're still on, do you know where the other coasters are? The ones that we need to paint, I could not find them in the garage. Guys, I have an organizer. My organizer is not here, as you guys can tell. And I know when she cleaned the garage last time she was here, she moved them around, and I'm just not sure where they are. I'm sure they're probably right in front of my face, right? I'm like most people. They're right there. I was looking for something in the pantry the other night. She's like, Jess, what about if you look right here and you right behind that dressing? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly where it's at. I like these brushes, especially for a poly. I love them for just about everything, but they work really, really well when you're painting a large surface too. Guys, look at that. Is that not gorgeous or what? Make sure you, no drips, but they're really cute. Like, isn't that adorable? You guys, I could bring you all in closer, can't I? On the bridge or on the bottom of the work tables? See? On the bridge. Ooh, I wonder if that's where they're at. I looked on one of the workbenches. I didn't see it. Are they in here? I don't know. I'll have to look better. I'll put her on FaceTime later, not tonight. And walk through the shop with her. She'll tell me where they're at. No, they're not in here. Thank you, Mom. Alright. I think they're adorable, guys. Seriously, seriously cute. Is that not adorable? So the colors, as you can see, that one's not completely dry yet, sort of. As you can see, this general finish really does dry matte. And I think they're beautiful. Perfect gift. Paint the other side. Remember to seal the other side too. Make sure I get everything. I think we're good. Anyway, I'll paint the other side, seal it, put little corners. So when I put my corners on, let me show you guys. So when I do any of my coasters, I add one extra. So as you can maybe see, try and get in the right light. There's one in the center, and then I do one in each of the corners. But I think that one in the center just helps level it out. You don't have to, it's extra, but I think it's worth it. In the end, it's totally worth it. So there's that, guys. So I hope you guys had fun. How many coats will I do with the poly? I'll do 2 coats of poly. Just like I did 2 coats of paint, I'll do 2 coats of poly, front and back. It gives it seal, gives it that good protection that you want it to have. And they still, I don't know how it is, but they still absorb the water really well. I don't quite understand that technology behind it, but we haven't had any problems with it. So blessings to you guys. I hope you had a wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed our little video. If you did, definitely share it. It helps us grow. And love on people around you guys. Encourage them. There's a lot of people that just sometimes need to know that you care. And that's definitely how we kind of go with our business here. I'm here to encourage you guys. If you have questions, that's what I'm here for. So thank you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you hopefully Thursday. That's my plan, is Thursday night. If not, I'll let you know. But blessings, you guys, and I'll see you later.